Welcome to QuickPod, Tim Ferriss Podcast Audio Summaries, where we provide concise summaries of Tim Ferriss' best episodes. Today, we'll be summarizing an enlightening conversation between Tim and Dr. Gabor Maté, a renowned physician, author, and trauma expert. They explore profound themes like trauma, addiction, psychedelics, and the healing process. Dr. Maté is known for his work on mind-body health, addiction, and childhood development. He has authored several books, including In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts and When the Body Says No. Tim Ferriss and Dr. Maté delve into the intersection of trauma and healing, highlighting how our early experiences shape our adult lives. Let's dive right in. Tim starts by inquiring about Dr. Maté's philosophy that trauma underlies addiction and various mental health issues. Dr. Maté shares how our society often fails to recognize that trauma isn't just about catastrophic events but includes any experience that disconnects us from our authentic selves. He believes we all have a true self that's often buried due to painful experiences early in life, such as neglect, abuse, or even subtle emotional misunderstandings. Maté recounts his own traumatic childhood in Budapest during World War II. His mother was forced to give him away to a stranger for a month to ensure his safety. He didn't see her during that time, which he experienced as abandonment. This event, combined with the horrors of war, profoundly affected him, causing him to shut down emotionally. As a result, he struggled with feelings of being unworthy of love throughout his life. From this personal story, Maté underscores how these formative experiences influence us well into adulthood, particularly when we're unaware of their impacts. The key takeaway here is that many behaviors, especially addictive ones, stem from an attempt to soothe unresolved pain. Tim shifts the conversation toward psychedelics and their role in healing trauma. Maté describes his first experience with ayahuasca, which revealed how he had closed off his heart to love. Ayahuasca, he notes, is like a mirror that shows us the ways we've disconnected from ourselves. He emphasizes that while such experiences can open the door to healing, they are not a quick fix. He admits that despite his insights, he didn't immediately become a loving husband or a better human being, but the journey had begun. Tim then asks Maté to explain the significance of pre- and post-ceremony integration in psychedelic healing. Maté recounts how, after his first ayahuasca experience, he realized the importance of having proper preparation and support to make sense of these powerful experiences. He now conducts retreats where participants spend a day and a half articulating their intentions before the ceremony and then integrate their insights through compassionate inquiry afterward. The essence of integration, according to Maté, lies in creating a safe space where participants can share their experiences, support one another, and develop practices like journaling and meditation to incorporate the lessons into daily life. Tim agrees and adds that people should approach psychedelics with clear intentions but without rigid expectations. He shares a story of a Westerner who was frustrated by another participant screaming during an ayahuasca ceremony. The shaman took the man aside and told him that person was his work for the night, reframing his annoyance as an opportunity for growth. Maté elaborates on how difficult situations are often learning opportunities. He quotes A.H. Alma's, "Your conflicts, all the difficult things, the problematic situations in your life are not chance or haphazard. They're actually yours, designed specifically for you by a part of you that loves you more than anything else." He then guides Tim through an exercise exploring his emotions when someone failed to fix things in his home as promised. Tim acknowledges feeling anger and sadness, which he initially attributed to the other person's lack of care or respect. Maté helps Tim recognize that these feelings stem from an old belief that he is unworthy of care, rooted in past experiences. The exercise underscores that we often don't respond to reality but to our perception of it, which is shaped by past trauma. Maté emphasizes the importance of recognizing this pattern, reframing it as an opportunity to understand oneself better and heal. When Tim acknowledges that he is doing much better now than ever before, Maté applauds his progress, noting that healing is possible for everyone. Tim asks Maté for practical advice on how listeners can integrate these lessons into their lives. Maté suggests people cultivate self-compassionate curiosity. Instead of judging themselves for their behaviors, they should inquire why they act a certain way and what unmet need or belief drives it. He encourages them to reconnect with their authentic selves and build supportive communities to facilitate healing. Tim and Mate then discuss the work of organizations like MAPS, the Hefter Institute, and USONA, which are conducting groundbreaking research into psychedelics for mental health. They highlight how MDMA-assisted psychotherapy has shown promising results in treating PTSD and how psilocybin can ease end-of-life anxiety and treatment-resistant depression. The conversation then shifts to broader societal issues. Mate shares how addiction, trauma, and mental health problems are not just individual issues but societal ones. He explains how economic stress, social isolation, and racism contribute to rising rates of addiction and illness. For instance, studies show that African American women who experience more racism have a higher risk of asthma. Tim wraps up by asking where listeners can learn more about Mate's work. Mate suggests starting with his website, where his books, articles, and speaking engagements are listed. His books, particularly in the realm of Hungry Ghosts and When the Body Says No, delve deeper into trauma, addiction, and the mind-body connection. To summarize, this conversation between Tim Ferriss and Dr. Gabor Maté provides profound insights into trauma, healing, and the human condition. Key takeaways include: trauma is not only about catastrophic events but any experience that disconnects us from our authentic selves. Addictive behaviors often stem from attempts to soothe unresolved pain. Psychedelics can open the door to healing, but proper preparation and integration are crucial. Reframing difficult situations as learning opportunities helps us reconnect with our true selves. Healing is possible for everyone, and it often starts with compassionate inquiry. If you enjoyed this summary, make sure to follow QuickPod, Tim Ferriss Podcast Audio Summaries, and check out Tim's original episode for a more in-depth exploration. See you next time.